Hi YouTube, this is Retta. We're back to my regular scheduled program. I'm going to do a reading on Mattis, who's the general. He's the Secretary of Defense. So I'm going to do a reading on him. I want to put my little thoughts out on my reading from the other day on Kenneka Jenkins. I stand by my reading 100%. I don't care what video that they're showing, something does not seem right in that video that they showed at all. It rings false. It lend more questions than answers. Why don't we see the whole walk from her hotel room to the kitchen, the whole walk? Why was she out there by herself? What was going on? She looked completely out of it. Why isn't there video of her going into the freezer? Was anybody monitoring the tapes? It just lends a lot of questions and answers. Why didn't the police release this video days ago? Why just now? I stand by my reading, trolls and all. Something's not right. And I had a subscriber tell me that they've watched like 5 tarot readings and we all basically said the same thing, which that in itself is, kind of strange because I don't usually agree with, my readings don't usually agree, or my opinion doesn't usually agree with all the other readers. I'm always on the fringe. So my readings and my interpretations, I'm always kind of out there, so for us to all kind of read the same energy in the cards, that's very telling. So I want to know why I stand. I won't delete the video. It'll stay up. I wish I was wrong. People are like, I don't have to be right. I'm not God, so I don't have to be right on 100% of things. Believe me. But my accuracy, I have over 130, 40, maybe 150 videos on readings, and there's only like maybe 1 or 2 I was off on, and but most of them are pretty on point, to say the least, and to go against popular judgment, So that's all I'm going to say. And also, I think it's hilarious. I feel like I'm in high school again. How the girls are like, you're not black. You're not black. I'm mixed. And I'm mixed and mixed. And I'm from California. And when I was in California, I was a lot darker than I am now. I don't get dark here in New York. I get burnt. So I don't really care if anybody thinks I'm not black enough or whatever. I don't care. So it's not a special party that I wanted to be invited to. I am what I am. Nothing more, nothing less, So I just find that hilarious. It reminds me back in high school, So I'm going to do Mattis. So that's the end of that. I'm going back to my original readings here. I don't know why I haven't done a reading on Mad Dog Mattis. He's the one general I haven't. I've done it on Kelly. I've done it on McMaster. I haven't done it on him. And he's the Secretary of Defense. So I'm trying to understand. He's in the news today in regards to... I even forget what he's in the news today for, but he's in the news today for something. So he's on my radar. So he's the Hierophant. So I can see why he's in, he's a general. He's in the service because he likes law and order. He likes a hierarchy. He likes structure. He likes rules. That's part of his birth card. But also with that Hierophant, I see the Temperance. And with the Temperance, is always telling me that he can have a lot of emotional outbursts. He's probably quick to anger. Temperance is about balancing emotions. And usually that's someone with this birth card has a hard time managing emotions. Either they can go from one extreme to very depressed, or one extreme to very angry and aggression and passion. I see him. I've noticed that with another general is quick to anger too. I don't know if this is something like a lot of generals have, but I think he's quick to anger. I think he's quick to anger. I think he has a temper. Not so much on the depression side. I think his temperance has to do with his anger, his passion. He's quick to get mad. He would be someone that is hard to try to sway. He is someone that you wouldn't want to have an argument with, because you wouldn't get anywhere with it. So what I'm going to do is, to see where he is, I'm going to do, use this deck, the Tarot of the Bastard. So let me, I don't know why I haven't done a reading on him. Also, someone asked me if I would do a reading on Eric Braverman. Remind me who he is and what should I do a reading on him about. I know he has something to do with the Clinton Foundation, but I don't know. And what are we trying to find out in regards to Eric Braverman? So, all right. So this is James Mad Dog Mattis. So we already see that two generals are basically have their own agenda going on in the White House. And that Trump has very little allies in the White House. So let's see what this guy is. Because he was someone that was appointed very early on, this guy was. James Mattis. James Mattis. He was appointed very early on. Okay, James Mattis. James Mattis. James Mattis. James Mattis. Where are you at now? What are your goals? Where's your mind at? Let's see. Where's he at now? Okay. He's the hermit. So he's been kind of isolated, which is strangely enough. I don't know if it's self-isolation or what. He's been kind of isolated. I don't know if it's his self-isolation or if he's been put, I don't know. But I see he has a lot of loyalty. I see there's a dog right here. So to me, the dog always represents loyalty. So he has a lot of loyal followers that kind of follow his path. He might also be... he might also be having that, because I see the cane. I don't know if he's having trouble walking or illness or something, but I'm seeing that too. So, is he having some physical issues? I think his birthday, he's a Virgo. Like me, he's a Virgo, and he just celebrated his birthday. I forget how old he is. He was born in 1950. So what is he, like 68? 70? Oh man, I can't even think right now. Yeah, like 68 or 70. So I think he's starting to have like issues, physical issues. Okay, what's the cross to bear? Is the Knight of Swords. I also think that he acts without too much thought. He wants to assert his attention. It's the Knight of Swords, so look at it. It's kind of got the assertion up there on the thing. So he wants people to know, I'm in charge. Hopefully, let me, so you guys can see. He wants people to know, I'm in charge. Sometimes he acts, remember I said he's quick to anger? The Knight of Swords is telling me that sometimes he acts without thinking. He just goes for it. And he's always seems to be on the offense. He's not on the defense. So he's quick to attack. Oh, two cards came out here. Remember I said, I think, whoops. Remember I said he has the temperance in his birth card and about his emotions. And I said I didn't really, I might not feel that he has some depression or something. I feel like he feels a loss. A loss. It's also shown here, right here in the Hermit, of him being isolated, him being by himself, whether that's of his own making or other people's making. And I see that here too. The Eight of Cups. It says abandonment on this one, and it's usually walking away from emotional issues. And here is the Temperance. So it's talking about balance. I'm hoping he's not. I don't know. I'm hoping that he's not a drinker. Let me just see. He's on. I think he's at the last stage of his life. Because he's thinking a lot about the past. Of nostalgia. He's thinking a lot about the past. I don't know if his wife is still with us or not. I can see him thinking about the past, his wife, maybe children, stuff like that. He has a lot of those thoughts in his head. The Knight of Coins, the Messenger. He's not sleeping at night. He's not sleeping at night. He's not able to, I don't think he's able to do his job efficiently anymore. I don't think he's able to do his job efficiently anymore. There's something going on with him. He's not sleeping. And he's not really, it's the Six of Coins is nothing given, nothing gained. So it's kind of like at a null. At a null. Let me see. The Fool. His choices, sorry. The Devil. Alright, so what I'm seeing here is that he has been foolish, kind of maybe reckless. He has been betrayal, resourceful. It's the Seven of Swords, so there's some betrayal, some resourceful. He's also having, with the Strength, is dealing with fears, frustrations. The Lovers, his choices haven't been, there's the Devil. I don't think he's made very wise choices in his path. I don't think he's made very wise choices. I think his choices have been built on his emotions. And he needs some balance. Here's that Temperance card. So I think sometimes his decisions is made in haste. He also has that Seven of Swords. Whatever it is keeping him up at night. I want to see, while we have time, his relationship with Trump. I don't know if that made sense. You guys know I'm in a zone. I have to look at the video later and see what the heck I even said. So I want to see the relationship with Trump. Trump and James Mattis. Trump and James Mattis. Trump and James Mattis. Trump and James Mattis. Oh, also, I'm working on the giveaway for a deck. I'm going to try tomorrow and go through these hundreds of decks and take out a few so I can set up the giveaway. So I'll take a video. I'll do a video sometime this week. So Trump's on this side, Mattis is on this side. What is the status of their relationship? It's like they're both, it's the Seven of Coins. So there's a loss, and they're both trying to persevere, trying to salvage something. But it's the seven, and you know the sevens are never good. So they're trying to, you know, there's like, see, where is Mattis? Mattis is the Queen of Coins. So he's about security. He's practical. He's doing his job. I don't see it as any type of emotional relationship. It just seems like business as usual. I don't think he's given Trump everything that he could. I think he's trying to preserve his position. Preserve his position. Or the way, you know, people see him. He's at the end stage of his life, his career, and he wants to preserve that image of himself. Trump feels powerless. He feels trapped. He feels powerless. He's feeling like his movements are restricted. His thoughts are restricted. His movements are restricted. His information is restricted. I think a lot of people have reported that Trump isn't getting all the information that he should. I think they also said that they've been isolating him. I see that here. I see that here. What does Mattis need from Trump? He doesn't want Trump to do anything. He wants Trump to be powerless. This is I said, what does Mattis need for Trump? And it's the Two of Swords. A Two of Swords is no decision. It means like no decision, no nothing, kind of stuck, no movement. I think he's part of the reason reasoning of why Trump is trapped. What does Trump need from Mattis? Trump needs for Mattis to be strong and to show compassion and to be strong and to face his fears and basically, you know, yeah. Okay, where is this relationship going? Like I said before, Mattis is looking for the future. He put things in place. He's waiting on it. He put things in place. There's an agenda. There's agenda. There's a plan that has been put in place, and he's waiting. You know, he's waiting. So he has his own agenda. I think Trump had a lot of wishful thinking. This is the seven. Here's the seven again. He had a lot of wishful thinking in regards to appointing Mattis and these generals and all this, and it just led in confusion. Things not clearly. He's kind of lost control, right? Hopefully it doesn't last, but it's like he's kind of lost control. He appointed these people, and he was hoping that it would be something else, and it didn't. It didn't, and it's like, what do they say? It's like it's like it's been taken over. I think Trump needs to, he's taken a moment to breathe. I think also this month it showed that he had a better month this month. I think it's because he's really taken a moment to breathe, to rest. Just to be like, okay, what's going on? What's going on? Before he comes back. Because he feels like the balance has been off kilter. It's been off kilter. A lot of secrets, illusions. He's going to have to also assert himself. Trump is going to have to, I can see, I think all this came as a real big surprise for Trump. I think that when he hired Mattis and some of these generals, I think he's kind of like in a loss of words right now. Like, what the hell just happened? I think he thought these people, because they were generals, I believe someone told me he has a past with generals. He went to military school, stuff like that. I think he thought things were going to be different. I think he thought if he had the higher military backing behind him, things would go smoothly, but it didn't. So he's kind of like, what the heck? And he's finding out that things aren't quite the way they should be. He's finding out that a lot of what the government is an illusion. He's finding out that he's kind of powerless. He's hoping that Mattis will, you know, have some compassion, change his thoughts, but Mattis has been on this plan for a while, and he's waiting for his just good, so I don't think there's a change in his mind right now. But Mattis is also at the end stage of his life, and he's having some nostalgia, so hopefully, you know, with that he might change, but I don't see it. I think Trump is going to, I said that he's going to go on the offense. I think in a lot of my readings I said Trump is going to be out of this defense stance and be on the more offense. And I see that here. I see that he's going to assert himself more. I think right now he's quiet. He's going into maybe his wife and his young son. He's turning to them. He's quiet. Right now you're not seeing as much is because I think that everything hit him at once. I think everything has hit him at once. And he's just like, oh my God, you know, oh my God. And I think this month is his month of like rest. He's trying to get it together. I think he's gonna be more assertive. Like I said, he's gonna stop being on this defense and be more assertive. And I see that here. He's gonna be more assertive, especially with thoughts and words. He's going to be more assertive. He's going to go forth on the offensive, on the attack, not waiting for it to detack. But I think this was a big wake-up call these last few months, especially last month and into this month. A lot of his illusions and things that he thought and things that he wished have been like, he had a rude awakening. And he's taken a moment to regroup. Basically, he's taken a moment to regroup. So that's the reading. I find that Mattis, along with Kelly, he's more in the planning stage. He's not the one that's actively doing the stuff like Mattis and McMaster are actively. You know, it's like he gives the orders and they're following through. So he's giving the orders. Mad Dog Mattis. He's not getting his hands too dirty. That's for Kelly and McMaster and them. He's more in the planning stage. So that's the end of the reading. I don't know if it makes sense. You guys give me your comments below. Tell me what you think, what you're getting out of this reading. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.